Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I wanted to tell a lot of you guys out there, man, because I see this mistake that men are making all the time when it comes to attracting women, right? And the mistake that you're making is you're trying to get women on their time, right? You're trying to get women on their time and not on your time. Trying to get girls, but you're sort of following their rules or following their lead as to what they want you to do in order, to make something happen, right? Instead of you figuring out, hey, what do I want and what do I need to do to get this thing that I want, right? So for example, let's say if you are the type of guy who just wants to meet some girls, hook up, and have some casual sex, right? So what happens is you might run into some girls who are, they're not into doing that. They're like, well, I don't really want to, have sex with you now. I'm not really like that, or I want to wait and all this other stuff, right? So some guys will sort of just wait. So they're going along with what she wants, and they're sort of following that situation, right? They'll do that versus just actually trying to find a woman who wants to hook up just like he wants to hook up, right? So he sees that girl who's like, oh, well, let's wait, let's do this. And he says, okay, well, I'm going to wait for her, or I'm going to do the type of thing she wants to, to get her comfortable so that I could at some point hook up. But you don't want to hook up at some point. You want to hook up now. You want to make this happen sooner than later. See, but what a lot of, like the pickup artist type of dudes or, certain coaches will tell you, they'll say shit like, well, you gotta sort of move at her pace or do things this way so you can get her to feel this way, or you gotta, make this happen so that she can, feel comfortable around you and all this other stuff, right? Now, there are techniques and certain things that you can do to improve your game so that there's certain things that, you can make happen in order to make things easier for you. But the thing is that when you have a sort of a mindset or a mind state where you're thinking, well, I need to do A, B, and C for her comfortability in order for me to get what I want, you're going down a really annoying and complicated path, right? Because you can do that, but now you're doing things for her in order to get what you want versus you saying, this is what I want. I'm going to find a woman who's going to, cooperate with that and match with that. You understand? So it's like, let's say, for example, like if you wanted a pair of sneakers, right? There's some new sneakers coming out. You want these sneakers, right? So let's say you go to a sneaker store and you say, hey, do you have those new sneakers that are out, right? And they say, nah, we don't got any of those, right? So if they say they don't got any, you're going to go to another sneaker store because they don't have any. You're not just going to chill in that sneaker store, right? You're going to go to another one to see if they have the thing you want, right? Now, let's say you go to another store and you say, hey, do you guys have those sneakers, right? And they say, oh, nah, actually, they're coming in tomorrow. So, you see that long line outside, you can wait on that line to get those sneakers, right? So you could do that, but you're like, I don't feel like doing that. I actually want them now because I need them for tonight because I'm doing whatever. I want these sneakers now. And I know they're out there, so I'm going to go to another store to get those sneakers. So now you go to this third store and you're like, yo, you got them sneakers? And they're like, yeah, we got them right here. You understand? So then you get your sneakers and you go on your business and do what you want to do, right? So you made a decision to say, I want this thing. So you go out there and you find that thing you want, right? So you wanted those sneakers. The first store didn't have them. The second store was like, well, you got to wait a day. And the third store had exactly what you want and you got it. You understand what I'm saying? So the same thing applies for women. You'd say to a girl, you're like, hey, you tell yourself like, look, I just want to hook up with some chicks, right? So you go to that first chick and you're like, I just want to hook up, and she's like, nah, I don't want to do that. That's like the first store saying they don't got the sneakers, right? Then you go to the second chick and you're like, look, I want to hook up. And then she's like, oh, well, we could, but you have to wait until I'm comfortable and blah, blah, blah. That's like the second store telling you to wait in that line. Then you go to the third chick and you say, look, I want to hook up. And she's like, yeah, let's do that. That's like the third store that actually has the shit you want. You understand? So there's a difference between you focusing on what you want and going to get that versus you trying to sort of, wait around or do what the girl is saying in order for you to get what you want. You understand? Because like with that second store that had the sneakers, but you have to wait in line, is the same as you trying to hook up with a chick, but she's like, oh, I'm not ready, this and that, and blah, 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 I gotta feel more comfortable, all the other stuff. That's not your problem. You understand what I'm saying? That is not your problem. You want this thing. She is not down to do that, so you move on to the next girl who is down to do that. You understand? Because this is the thing. You can still, interact with a woman who's sort of, thinking about it or want to wait and all that if you want to. But see, the thing is that it's too iffy. It's like she might or she might not. You understand? Versus you go up to a girl who wants exactly what you want, or you're interacting with a woman who wants exactly what you want, and then you get that happening. You get that popping. You feel me? See, the thing with me is, like, let's say when I go out on dates with a woman, right? I usually want to know, or I usually want to get with a chick who's very comfortable with being sexual. And she needs to be comfortable being sexual right now. Do you understand? So the thing is, and it doesn't necessarily mean for me like, oh, she has to have sex with me right now, but she needs to be comfortable with her sexuality and be, comfortable with touching and kissing and doing all other stuff now on the first date, the first time we're meeting. You understand? Now, so when I talk to a girl, or I'm on a date with her and I'm flirting with her, right? I'm seeing how she's reacting to the flirting. And if she's responsive to it, then I, start the touching and all of that. And then if she's responsive to that, we make out or whatever. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm dealing with a woman, right? But I'm never like, forcing the issue. I'm not trying to, make her do what she doesn't want to do. So if I'm dealing with a woman and I'm flirting with her and I see that she's not responsive to the flirting, I'm like, okay, she's not really responding to this. So she's not the type of chick I'm even going to really fuck with. I'm not even going to call this girl again. Or let's say she's responding to the flirting and then I start touching, but she's not being responsive to the touching. Then I'm not going to call her again. Because see, this is about me finding what I want. This is about me getting what I want. All that other stuff, all those other issues and feelings that she has about whatever it is, she has to deal with that. I don't have to, go along with that to try to get what I want. You understand? Because the thing is that when I meet a woman who matches what I'm trying to do, right? We are both benefiting off the situation. See, when you go and you try to, do things to get some chick who's like all over the place or who's not really in alignment with what you're trying to do, and you try to make that happen, right? What happens is that you might not benefit from that situation because you might not even get what you're looking for, right? Now, there are certain situations where, you can still go along that path. You can sort of like talk to the girl and go back and forth with the, the type of stuff that she's trying to do, right? So you can do that. But the thing is that in certain cases, you still might not really get what you're looking for. So you're sort of just wasting your time. You understand? And there's times where there's a girl who's sort of like that, and you can build that attraction here and there if she's somewhat into you, and you can make these things happen. But there are times where you don't even feel, you're not going to want to do that. You're not going to feel like actually wanting to make that happen. You understand? So it's really about you first figuring out what the hell you want, what you're trying to do, and then find women who are in alignment with that. You understand? So the same thing, if you're trying to date and you want a girlfriend, you find women who are in alignment with that. You understand? So whatever it is you're trying to do, you figure that out for yourself first, and then you go out there and then you go along that path. Versus you trying to say, well, I want to hook up, and this girl doesn't want to hook up now, so I'm going to follow what she's saying or doing and wait for her to get comfortable enough to have sex with me. You understand? Because you're going to be wasting a lot of time, and you're conditioning yourself to sort of come at the game like that, where you're doing things for the woman in order to, get what you want, which isn't really what you need to be doing anyway. You understand? It's a huge waste of time, and it's taking the focus off of you. Do you understand? Because truth be told, it's not your job to make a woman comfortable. You understand? I'm going to say that again. It is not your job to make a woman comfortable. A woman will be comfortable with you if you're comfortable with yourself. And if you are true to who you are, and you approach her and say, hey, this is what I want. Now, if she's in alignment with that, if she wants the same thing you want, she will be comfortable with that, and she will, cooperate with that situation. If she is not comfortable with that, if she feels a certain way about that, then, she can keep it moving. You understand? You don't have to try to do all this extra stuff. You don't have to, try to convince her. No. If this is not what you want, this is like you're talking to the chick. If she don't want that, good luck. Go somewhere else. You find the chicks and you deal with the women who are in alignment with what you want. It's really that simple. All right. So guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below so you can send me a question and I'll do a video on it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which gives you 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.